Hello, wonderful people of Midtown 12 South. What a strange season we're in, certainly. And even making this video to say some things to you just heightens my awareness of how much I have missed being with you. Week in and week out, seeing your faces. Corporate worship is a sacred thing. And there's something unique that happens that, regardless of uh, all the other resources we may be um, engaging in this season, there's something about corporately gathering to be together with God's people, with God's word, worshiping our Maker and the lover of our souls. And so, greetings, but I miss you. And this is the first of, I don't know how long or how many kind of pastoral check-ins we'll do. We wanted to give you a little bit of ourselves in this time outside of the podcast, just to share a few things and maybe help frame a few things. We could be doing this for many more weeks, and so you'll get used to seeing me this way, or maybe you won't. Maybe you'll quit watching, depending on how this one goes. Um, but I want to acknowledge a few things, and hopefully the acknowledgement alone will help us in this season. But first is that we have the whole spectrum of folks among us. We've got people who have been affected with the virus. We've got people who are quarantined. We've got people who are facing unemployment, people who are currently unemployed or furloughed. We've got lots of medical workers on the front lines, emergency department folks. We've got researchers who are working actively to try to find a vaccine with antibodies for this. We've got moms and dads who are engaging in homeschooling for the first time, which there's lots of funny YouTubes on making light of that we did not sign up for this. We've got singles among us who are living alone and are experiencing a unique isolation and loneliness in this season. We've got college kids who have been sent home and not living out their final semester or the final semester this year the way they had intended. And we've got high schoolers who are trying to do virtual learning, and we've got kind of everything in between that I just want to acknowledge that wherever you are, if you're finding yourself bored or overwhelmed, if you're finding yourself um, angry or afraid, if you're finding yourself confused and asking a lot of questions, I just want to acknowledge the fact that there's no way any of us are living the way that we were 2 weeks ago. There's no way that something about our lives has not been significantly rattled. There's no way that the way that we're doing life right now, regardless of who you are, where you are on the spectrum, that we're not sensing some bit of being shaken. And so, in that is what I want to help frame. There has been a disruption for all of us. There has been a disruption of the way that we were living our life. There has been a disruption of our income. There has been a disruption of our routines. There has been a disruption of how we were thinking about our future. And so, in that disruption, one of the things that the Bible is very clear on is that disruption always, without playing favorites, or it is it is not considering who is in front of it. Disruption personified always reveals something about us. It always exposes something. It exposes what I love. It exposes what I run to when I'm afraid. It exposes where I spend my time. It exposes where I spend my money. It exposes what I look to comfort me. And so, regardless of how you are experiencing this disruption, whether you feel like you have no free time anymore because you're home with your kids 24/7 doing homeschool, or whether you feel like you have all the free time in the world because you don't have a job to go to, you don't have a family that you live with, um, that disruption is exposing and revealing something about you. And here's how I would love to frame that reality is, would you let the disruption do its revealing and exposing work? I think one of the things that happens often in disruption is we tend to not like the things that the disruption brings up. Like, um, wow, this disruption is showing me that I watch a lot of TV, or this disruption is showing me that I have trusted a lot of my financial situation to a bank account, or this disruption is showing that, man, I don't really like the people that I live with. And I would just love to encourage us that what if this quarantined season was not only potentially a gift from the Lord to show us the places that disruption is revealing, to show us where our loves have been, to show us where our trust has been, to show us where our hopes have been. But if we let that gift reveal to us what is real, if we let that gift of the disruption expose what is actually going on and don't fight it and don't numb it and don't pretend like it's not there, um, would we be able to lean into our Jesus in a fresh and new way? Like, what if the disruption of finances that's being exposed in us is showing us how much we've trusted our bank account to provide for us? And what if this was a season where the Lord wanted to show you, as his precious child, that he is the father that provides for his children always? What if this disruption of a schedule and a routine is exposing how much we thought we were in charge of our time, and how efficient we were with our time, and how much comfort we found in the expectation of our routine? What if the disruption of our schedule was now a gift that we got to actually submit or resubmit how we view our time to the Lord, and say, Lord, would you do with my time, with my money, with my addictions, um, with my affections, with my free time? Would you do with those things what you will? Would you, Jesus, show me like a massive reset that no one asked for, but potentially we all needed when it came to our pace and our scurrying around and our affections. This massive reset, as scary as it all is, which it's natural to be afraid, as disrupting as it all is, could we receive it and say, all right, Lord, I don't know what you're doing, and I won't pretend to know what you're doing, but I'm here receiving your strange providence in this time to have you not only expose me, but lead me, as David says in Psalm 139. Reveal to me, show me, test me and know me, reveal my anxious thoughts, and then lead me in the way everlasting. And so that's how I would love for us as a family to think about this time. But I also would love to encourage you not to do that alone. Call your small group leader, get on a Zoom chat with friends. If you don't have anyone to do that with, our small groups are open and available for you to join them via Zoom. This might be a great time for you sitting around with a bunch of people that you don't even know, to say, hey, I'm lonely in this season. I need help because I'm being exposed in ways that is disruptive, and I would love to be led in the way everlasting. Reach out to Matt Ackerman if you've got any financial needs, physical needs. We are here. We're a family. We would love to engage with you in that way. Reach out if you've got spiritual needs, pastoral needs, emotional needs, counseling needs. We are here for you. And so until we meet again, much love, Midtowners, and I hope to see you physically sooner than later. All right, bye.